Hello everyone, and this is SeReNiiTYzZ here, back with another awesome Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay today. And this time today guys, Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ doubles game 11 that's been published on YouTube. And this is a special one tonight guys. This is my 50th duo win with Sunny and Fortnite Battle Royale duos playlist. This is the 50th win that we have playing together, so 50 odd wins playing duos with this legend, and I'm pleased to say now actually since this gameplay took place we're currently more up to the 60 mark, so we've been busy, but you know, Sun's a great partner on Fortnite, really enjoy playing duos with him, and this is just one of those many, you know, 50 to 60 odd gameplays that we've had together winning in the duos playlist, and really nice one again today, and you know, both a good game from Sun and myself throughout this one, and yeah, so I mean in Sun, in this gameplay Sun gets 8 kills and I have 6, so it's a pretty decent game by all accounts of both partners, and yeah, just really excited to get into this one because this was the same night of games as well, I think, where we had my incredible solo 11 kill effort as well, so it's quite a prosperous night in which Sunny and I are victorious in quite a few decent duos, and I was rocking the John Wick skin, so but yeah, definitely the John Wick seems to favour me when I play with Bestie Sun 100, so I'll have to bear that in mind, Sun. But so to start guys, it's always nice to, you know, Lonely Lodge is one of the areas I come with Sun on a frequent basis, and it's always nice to land on some small shields and you know, get a decent, you know, an alright AR at the start. It's and obviously here just offloading a small to Sun, so he's got some sort of shield protection at the beginning of the game here, because it's pretty important, and really important as well, like when you start the game early on, you come to a competitive area or you feel it's going to be competitive, it's always best just to get a few materials while you can, because right at this bat here, Sun does a nice wall ramp build, and it was pretty necessary because as you can see these guys start to try and build to protect themselves, and luckily there with Sun's help I knocked that guy, throws them out of proportion. This other guy just running around like an idiot. I'm not sure if his partner had a weapon, but we get them both there. So always good to try and get a bit of material at the start, like I was saying, just in case you need to sort of build some sort of, you know, protective mechanism, really, just to sort of, you know, avoid any potential casualties that you may suffer by not building. So like I say, you know, and especially if you see a lot of people when you glide down, you know, Sun and I often do a reconnaissance period where as we're gliding we sort of try and count how many people we're going to have to be contending with at the region. So you know, obviously if it's a high number you want to try and get a weapon, and obviously getting a weapon's the main priority, but then try and get some material to protect yourself as well with that weapon is an important aspect as well. So I think Sunny and I did it really well there, and also in a competitive area as well, it's always worth landing a bit, you know, fairly close to your partner so that you know, he or yourself can save the other one should it require it. But yeah, nice play from us at the beginning. One of the guys had a green tactical which I picked up, so that's nice for us going forward. Green AR and a green tactical is decent. Here just skipped on the gameplay because I started up the 10-minute recording, making my wager that Sun and I were going to win, and of course we're going to win, you know, it's Sun 100 and SeReNiiTYzZ duos on Fortnite, you know. So yeah, just started up the records, that's why I had a little transition there, but as you can see we're still at Lonely. I'm just gathering wood at this point, so all you would have missed was me cutting down another tree for like 5 seconds, so yeah, at this point just continuing to get the material, because you know, whilst not doing anything else, it's just worth gathering material, I think, in Fortnite Battle Royale, because well, like I've discussed many a time, it's building is key in this game, absolutely key, and especially if you're going to be going against, you know, higher skilled players, and you know, with a lot of Fortnite obviously being an older game now and starting to get, you know, more people playing it, more people starting to understand the strategy and the resolve of this game, you know, generally people are getting better at building, so you have to kind of grow with it. So I can't highlight the importance of having materials. It's just essentially a must in Fortnite, nearly as important as having good weaponry, but yeah, definitely important to have all that going forward. And I don't think you can ever have enough materials, to be honest. It's always best to have as many as you can. because you just never know how a Royale is going to turn, you know, later on in the game. So at this moment here, guys, Son and I call this area the Gypsy sort of trailer park, or the Gypsy camp. We come here to get some other loot, you know, like some chests. There's usually some good things around here. Usually in the barn, red barn, there's usually a couple of chests. It's not too far from Lonely Lodge. And for most of the part of this game, we're in the zone, so we didn't really have to worry about going that far. And the mansion was still in as well, and you know, Son and I might pay that a visit in a little bit, because Son was like, let's try out something different, dude, since we're in the zone. Let's go to this mansion and see if we can find anything there, because it's sort of a neglected part of the back of the map. It's relatively new, the mansion, you know, and also, like, you know, people haven't always, you know, if it's quite out of the way, you might find that people don't often go there. So you know, Son and I just decided this game that we would check the mansion since we're still in the zone. Normally we'd never do this. We'd just continue on the route that we were going, past Retail Row. But in this gameplay, for whatever reason, we decided to go and look for the mansion, which is actually quite lucrative for us, because we do find some people at the mansion, and they are doing something quite unorthodox themselves, and we're going to see that in a minute. But yeah, at this point approaching the mansion, not sure what we're going to find. I start to see some player ramps that are very ominous. It's like, oh, okay, something's been happening here, I'm not sure what. But look up to the roof, and I thought I saw a player. So I start to sort of look a bit closer, and then I start to see another building. It's like, yeah, you did, dude. Look, they're building a MuseElk YouTube Fortnite tower right there. So if you watch the YouTube of MuseElk, he does this kind of thing with Vicstar and all them, building this kind of tower, tilted towers, and I think that's what these people are trying to do, and the person just basically gives up when he sees that as soon as they start to build their MuseElk YouTube tower, Son and I just completely, you know, rain bullets at them, and I don't think their aim was to win this Royale. I think their aim was to build a massive sky tower. For why, I don't know, because more than likely the zone is not going to come here, and if you have watched MuseElk's Fortnite videos, he's very big on Fortnite, you'll see that most often the time it's just made for a bit of fun. They never actually, their tower is never in the final zone when they do it at tilted, so I'm not sure why these guys were attempting it, to be honest, but you know, we'll take a free kill, why not? You know, it adds one to the kill count, so thanks guys for that, and thanks for some materials, because you guys must have farmed a lot if you were going to build one of those towers, especially since it was a brick. But there you go. So Son and I, after witnessing a bit of our, you know, takeout proceedings before it can begin to be created, so quite funny on our part for us to do that. Like I say, you know, a kill's a kill, so we'll take it, even if they are building a YouTube masterpiece. It will have to come down, I'm afraid. Sorry guys, but you know, this is Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ duos. We're not going to have any of that building nonsense. You know, we don't want creative towers and mega towers. We just want to win, you know. And as you can see, the zone, it didn't come there, so that would have been completely wasted effort on their part. Not sure why they did it. Everyone to their own, you know, it's their choice. If they want to do that, that's their choice. But as you can see, these things never end up landing in the zone, so a bit of a waste of time in my opinion, but there you go. So this moment here, guys, moving forward into the zone now and looking for some more action as we proceed right here. And I think we're going to get it, because we're going near Retail Row, and that place is just like an omen for me for trouble. And as you can see, we find another team. SeReNiiTYzZ starting to put on the great green AR shots and starts to fortify his ramps as he makes his ascent. And some really nice shots to the green AR, some really good pressure on this team, because already getting some shots on one of them is going to make it hard for them. And starting to do more building, so they take out my structure, smart shooting from them, but that's not going to stop SeReNiiTYzZ with the wood build. And right here, Son doing a little build on the side, you know, just making it a bit hard for them over yonder as well. So there's a lot for them to contend with right now as they start to try and build, and Son putting the pressure from the right, I'm coming in from the left. It's a bit of a pincer, and I knock one of them down. Really nice shots onto that guy on the ramp, and then Son is free to take a few shots at the other one, and we take them both out. So really good play there. So, you know, that's another team, another takedown for Son and myself, and pretty much on equal points at the moment. Both Son and I have 3 kills each, I think, because yeah, killed 3 teams and we got one of them. So yeah, both on 3 kills, I think, at this point. So you know, some really good teamwork from us, 3 apiece, and at this moment here, just claiming what they had. They didn't have too much apart from like Blue burst is good. Also, Sun gave me the blue hunting rifle. I think he went the blue pump for whatever reason. So yeah, there we go. So nice weaponry. And at this point here, I'm starting to go further with my recording because we're already on the is that top 14 right there. I think I can see on the previous screen. So a very small player count, and considering we haven't really travelled that far, that's quite amazing. Wow. So yeah, we haven't travelled that far. I think that is 14 on the previous screen. I might stand corrected when I do this back, but assuming that is 14 because it does look like it from here, from where I'm recording this, that is amazing how much, I suppose 10 minutes has passed, but to already be at that stage in the game after, not really going that far, quite, interesting as far as I can see, and, something I have to make with best with what we have. And to be honest with you, we didn't really see a lot of the world in this gameplay because we didn't really pass much from our landing point. So at this moment here, I think Sun and I are a bit lost with regards to what we want to do. And to be honest with you, I think we were actually encouraging more fights here because we had good weapons at this point in the game, in my opinion, but nothing really sort of juicy from the teams that we attacked and killed. So I think at this point we're just hoping for something a bit more glamorous to sort of come our way. And at this moment here, I think it's just a case of, you see Sun hiding in the bush there, the bush Wookie. I think it's just a case of waiting for the zone to come in to decide what move we're going to make. Because I would say at this point, perhaps we should claim a hill or something, or something like that. But best just to see where the zone goes. So okay, so now we're going to have to put on a little running shoes a little bit because we're going to have to go over yonder. So not that far actually. You can see the white circle is within range, so it's not as far as I thought. But I think at this point it's a smart moment of the game. It's important when the final few circles start to come in like this one. What Sun and I are doing here is just checking that there's no one behind us, and it's a good strategy to use in Fortnite Battle Royale with any playlist that you're playing, because if you sort of assume that your back is covered, you should be alright to push everything that you will be facing from that point going into the zone will be ahead of you. So smart play to do that. Definitely worthwhile for looking rate runners from the storm, because those are the people that sometimes can jump out and surprise you. So it's definitely worth doing, and it makes it better for you, I suppose, that actually you've checked yourself as much as you can at the back, and don't have to worry about it so much, and then everything's sort of going forward. So it is a good strategy to use. And I think at this moment here, Sun and I are just continuing to get material and just look to see what we want to do in this zone, because it's quite a big one. And at this point here, Sun gets a really nice shot onto this team, as you can see with the wood structure right here. Really good play from him to get that vital knock, because they had quite an annoying base here. And I think when you do have a teammate knocked, and some really big kills from Sun there, by the way, great play. So I think that will now put him on to 5, so that's a great job to him. And I'm currently on the 3 still, so really good play. We got a purple grenade launcher out of that, no less, as well. So nice to actually get that. And I think I say to Sun at this point, dude, if you can just spare me some rocket ammo, because I think he has a grenade launcher as well. We can jointly barrage a base, and he gives me some to use, which is going to be helpful, I think, because 2 grenade launchers at 1 is pretty devastating. But yeah, as I was saying, really critical. Sun getting a really crucial shot, and those shots sometimes make the difference, and it makes a double team much less effective because they've still got a little wood base there, but because one of them's knocked, the other guy's panicking, isn't as confident as he is, and he has to react differently with his player build. So really great knock from Sun. I think he got that with the hunting rifle or his Scar. I couldn't tell which from the previous screen, but a really clinical knock. And I think at this point Sun is saying, dude, we're going to joint barrage this base right ahead of us. And I was like, yeah, good idea, dude. I hate the look of that base, and it's got to go. So at this moment here, I get within range, start to bombard it with Sun's help. Some really good grenade launcher shots from him. As you can see, it's taken down very effectively there. At this moment here, we can tell the guys are fairly smart-ish builders, because they're building things quite quickly in retaliation to sort of keep their footing in where they set up. So At this moment here, it's going to call for me to push forward a little bit because I've got no more grenade launch, but at the same time, I just want to be careful of how I push this and make sure they don't get away. And really, I want to chase these guys. I said to Sun at the moment of this gameplay, I really would like to chase these because I don't have enough stuff here to really feel comfortable in this Royale. And at this moment here, some really big shots from this team. There's a bit of division of ranks. One of their teammates went far ahead. Really nice play from Sun here to drop me the med kit. Hopefully I can use it, but as you can see, the resilience is quite strong. Negative plays that I would say here is just in this situation where shots are still incoming, it's important to sort of make sure that you kind of cut off the healing just for a second so that you can focus on making sure that you get into a position where you can, you know, build up again and make sure that you're secure. So probably should have done that a bit quicker at this moment because you can see his Sun has to do quite a bit of it on his own here. And this was editable. I don't know why at the time of the gameplay I didn't edit that, because that is something that I could easily edit now, so I'm not too sure why that caused me some distress. But at that moment there, good play from Sun. He gets another team all by himself, and I think that now puts him on 7 kills. He does get 8 in this gameplay, so really good job to him. You know, I'm currently still on 3, but you know, yeah, just great play from Sun in general. That was all him, to be honest, at that moment in the gameplay. Very clinical finishes, and you know, great to do that whilst without the partner, because like I say, it was all on him, and you know, he took the responsibility, took charge of the situation, and plays like that in a Royale are just going to make it much easier on you if one of your teammates goes clutch, and Sun most certainly did there. And at this point, I kind of need everything at the moment. I've got some rocket ammo for my grenade launcher now, so I'm happy, but I was lacking materials, and someone's like, "Don't worry, dude, I'll give you some." So really good play from him, because it's not, you know, it's really important that both teammates have a decent supply of materials, and what Sun could spare me was more than helpful. So thanks for that, buddy. And at this moment here, just fortifying a little base really, because we are bang in the centre of the zone. 6 players left, so we're against 4 others. So you know, that's yeah, so that's quite important that we fortify up as best as we can and try and get positions now of players, because we've done really well to get to this point. And at this moment here, I noticed a guy in the valley there. As you can see, I'm just applying the pressure on the slow cooker with the grenade launcher right here, and get a crucial elimination on a solo player. So that now takes it down to 5 players for the player count right there. So 5 players in play, guys, so it would appear that we're against a team and a solo player, which as I can tell you, it actually is that scenario. So Sun and I will have to be careful here, because we've got another team to contend with, but you know, it's the almighty Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ duos. We're not scared of any other double team, but it's just more the fact that there is this solo in play, because obviously he could cause problems or come up and, you know, a difficult time for us. So whilst we're taking on the other team, we have to be aware of this solo player and where he could be. And at the moment, you know, the penultimate few circles, so like, you know, the area is quite large at the moment, so the solo player, I would say at this point, is a much greater threat because there's more places for him to hide. And honestly, when Sun and I make a transition into his next zone to get the area quickly, we've checked the map to see where's the best area, and it's like this little hill. But the enemy team that we're facing are right there in this wood base, so we have to build up quickly, and also try and I wanted to get rid of this tree just for visibility's sake, because it's very hard to see all what's going on there with that tree in the way. So it's always important when you have annoying big large trees in a small zone area that you do what you need to with them, because it can be very difficult to get good visibility. And at this point, as you can see, I'm under pressure as I start to build a little foothold in the base. I can see the enemy are not backing down there. This is a double team, so I start to back my build away a little bit, just because for protection's sake. As you can see, they're really you know, bombing it hard. So at this moment here, like whenever you have a scenario like that where the enemy team are not giving up on destroying your base, best to just you know, build away calmly and make sure that you build well to still protect yourself from incoming fire, but then also try and get some shots back on them to put the pressure back on them, because if you don't sort of apply any pressure, they'll sort of aggress more and push up. So at this moment here, I wanted to check the guy's loot, because I was starting to get a bit lax of certain things. Find a blue, you know, blue tactical, which is really nice, but under pressure I thought I was going to get rocketed here, so I end up building some walls. Take the gold RPGs, which have, you know, barely one rocket in them. accidentally dropped the shotty that I just picked up, so a bit of a mistake from me there, but under the pressure I was a bit worried about getting shot, and at this point I didn't loot properly because also I was worried about where the solo might have been, and you know, if I'd sort of gone down there, you know, Sun would be in a much more difficult state, you know, so I really couldn't afford to get knocked. And at this moment I see the solo player running in from the storm. So this moment here, it's a difficult situation, but I'm happy that at least the solo is on their side of things. He's not next to Sunny and I, and now I've established all the player positions. So I think Sun and I, as a double team, are in a much better position. I did get a gold scar from looting the guy, so we've got that going for us. And luckily Sun had some ammo, so I told him that I was low ammo, and he was more than capable to supply me some. And really nice build from Sun here to get set up very quickly. These guys with the rockets were quite good at destroying bases, so luckily for us we were able to rebuild quickly, still keep tabs of our environment, and make the right plays at this moment. So as you can see here, guys, just still weighing it out. It's you know, it's a game of wills now. It's a battle of wills against this other team, and also the solo player that's in play, because obviously he's going to try and benefit when the teams are distracted. You know, if I was in a more aggressive situation here, I would think about killing that solo player because he's kind of on the halfway point between us and them. But as you can see, he's just on the side here being a real nuisance, and he is shielded because some of that damage was shield damage. So I'm happy to just hold back at the moment because I don't have plenty of materials as well, which is another reason for my passiveness. But also as well, when you play duos, it's more important to stick with your partner, and at this moment, you know, Sun and I are quite well set up in the base. We are in the zone, so you know, they have to come to us. So at this moment we're in a much stronger position, and that's why we had this passive play. And as the other team are moving into the zone, Sun gets a crucial knock, so I realise now's the time to push up, and now's the time to get this Royale. And as I'm jumping around here, I notice a solo coming up the hill, so I communicate that to Sun, shoot him, take him down. That's the weight lifted off us, and then the other teammate's knocked, and I turn around and get this one who tried to flank us, and there we go, victory Royale. 6 kills for myself for John Wick entities, and 8 kills for Sun. So a nice 14 kill win. Very nice gameplay right there. Had some really good teamwork together at the end. You know, some really good play, to be honest, in the situation. You know, because it was a difficult one to read, and I think we really approached it well, and did well with what we had. The resources that we had, all the way we played that was very impressive. So guys, this was John Wick Entities here with another victory Royale. I hope you enjoyed Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ duos game 11 now. So I'll see you next time, guys. Back with more videos next time. This was SeReNiiTYzZ, guys. See you next time. Bye, guys.